In a royal moment no one saw coming, Prince William walked onto the stage, not just with his family beside him, but with an announcement that would reshape the monarchy forever. With a single powerful statement, he introduced a future figure whose emergence stunned the palace and shocked the entire nation. As flashes lit up the venue and people stared in disbelief, young Princess Charlotte stepped into history for the very first time. What does this bold decision mean for King Charles, for Camilla, and for the direction of the crown itself? Stay with us as centuries of royal tradition collide with a brand new era of influence and leadership. The royal family has delivered surprising news that has quickly become the center of public conversation. In an unexpected twist, they revealed a monumental update, one that marks a dramatic shift in the internal power structure of the monarchy. Let's break down this major change and consider what it could mean for the future of the royal institution. Do you have friends who follow royal news? If so, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. Enjoy the video, and don't forget to subscribe to help support the channel. This unforgettable moment unfolded at Kensington Palace, a place where many renowned authors are honored. A gentle summer breeze moved through the grounds, giving the event the appearance of another typical charity gathering. Reporters and attendees expected the usual highlights: Princess Charlotte's sweet smile, Prince George's friendly wave, and a handful of photos destined for tomorrow's headlines. But what happened next shocked everyone. Prince William, tall, resolute, and visibly determined, took the stage, not with a standard scripted address, but with a striking urgency in his voice. Beside him, Princess Catherine stood calm and supportive, her hand resting on Charlotte's back. Prince George, standing close by, carried himself with an unexpected sense of maturity. Then came the moment no one anticipated. Prince William delivered a stunning announcement concerning the royal family's future. "We are beginning a new chapter that honors our history while preparing for the future," he said, as he reflected on Queen Elizabeth II and her wishes for the monarchy. With emotion in his eyes, he continued, "My family will take on a greater role in shaping what comes next, just as Her Majesty wanted. My daughter, Princess Charlotte, will start her official duties as a crown representative." A wave of gasps swept through the audience as journalists scrambled to capture the historic words. Even palace staff looked surprised. It was a defining moment in modern royal history. Although Princess Charlotte is still very young, her assured step forward left a powerful impression. Her parents' steady presence showed their readiness to guide her into these new responsibilities. King Charles III and Queen Camilla did not appear or comment, and their silence spoke volumes. It became increasingly evident that a shift was taking place within the monarchy's power structure. For months, quiet rumors had suggested that the old guard was slowly losing its hold. Evolving traditions and changing public sentiment began painting a new picture. The monarchy was no longer defined solely by Queen Elizabeth II's legacy. It was now being shaped by fresh voices. Even though King Charles had only recently taken the throne, the weight of kingship seemed to press heavily on him. Meanwhile, William and Catherine were rapidly earning the highest levels of public trust. Crowds gathered everywhere they appeared, and their popularity stretched far beyond the UK. Event by event, William and Catherine proved they were prepared to lead and were infusing the monarchy with renewed vitality. They were dedicated to their roles and were beginning to break free from outdated customs. Behind closed doors, royal advisors whispered about upcoming changes, possible adjustments to the line of succession, and new strategic directions. These whispers were vague enough to deny, yet specific enough to fuel curiosity. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss updates. Reports suggest that William has been quietly consulting with senior Commonwealth leaders. Other unverified claims propose that Catherine has taken on informal advisory positions typically held by veteran royals. Some insiders even allege that Princess Charlotte has attended early media training sessions at an age younger than Prince George did. While some reject these stories, palace insiders, and especially Camilla, have been keeping a close watch to protect their influence. William also faced criticism after skipping an important meeting hosted by King Charles to instead visit a children's cancer unit in Manchester. That visit gained far more media attention than the King's event in London. Many saw this as a subtle yet pointed act of defiance, one that heightened tension surrounding the succession. Prince George remains next in line after William, but Charlotte's rising profile is reshaping the royal landscape. She is becoming an increasingly influential figure in the monarchy's future. Her growing presence at public events has earned her praise for leadership traits reminiscent of Princess Diana. Subscribe to follow how her role continues to grow. William's bold announcement, delivered by him rather than the king, clearly signals that the future of the monarchy is already emerging. While King Charles remains the formal head of state, he is gradually stepping back. William and Catherine are stepping forward with purpose, fueling concerns about the king's health after he missed a major engagement. In the lead-up to this moment, palace insiders reported that King Charles grew withdrawn and canceled several events due to exhaustion. Behind the scenes, a quiet crisis was reshaping royal plans. Known for his meticulous nature, Charles became increasingly unsteady as his workload lessened. At first, royal aides dismissed any worries, saying the king was simply resting after a demanding first year. But those close to him sensed a deeper issue. Charles was struggling with his health and feeling sidelined within his own institution. Although he waited decades to become monarch, he now felt overshadowed by William. Wherever William and Catherine went, they were met with enthusiastic applause. Charles, by contrast, often appeared distant, especially when accompanied by Camilla, whose role in the monarchy still stirred debate. Tensions escalated as Charles clashed with senior advisors over how to deal with William's rapidly growing popularity. Some palace whispers suggested Charles was considering slowly transferring more responsibilities to William as part of a broader restructuring. A few sources even claimed this transition began during Queen Elizabeth's final months, when she encouraged Charles to prepare for a seamless handover. But Camilla strongly resisted any change that did not prioritize herself and Charles. Having overcome numerous challenges before becoming king and queen, she was unwilling to relinquish influence to William and Catherine. Their increasing prominence felt to her like a challenge to the long-standing royal order, one she could not accept. Yet, despite her resistance, changes were underway and could not be stopped. Charles appeared powerless against the sweeping changes in the monarchy. Returning from the public eye, he left a void that William filled with his confidence and leadership. Once a united front, the royal family now showed clear divisions. High-profile events like the Queen's concert highlighted that the balance of power had shifted decisively with William, Catherine, and their children taking center stage. In a historic moment at Kensington Palace Gardens, the crowd expected a simple speech from Prince William and his family. Instead, William surprised everyone. He honored his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, and spoke about her lasting legacy and commitment to duty. This was more than just a tribute. It showed a shift in power within the royal family. William inspired many with his heartfelt words about the future of the monarchy. He declared, "Our voice will ignite a new beginning, not by abandoning tradition, but by evolving it. The crown isn't a relic. It's a living promise of service, and that promise belongs to the future." This marked a turning point for the royal family. William then introduced his daughter, Princess Charlotte. He said, "Princess Charlotte will take on her first official duties soon. She will begin attending engagements with her mother, learning the true meaning of service, and helping to shape a new vision for our family and country." This left the audience in shock. People reacted quickly, amazed by the moment and its clear message. Charlotte would not be a passive royal. She was being prepared for real responsibilities, possibly even rivaling her brother, George. Photos of Charlotte standing proudly beside William spread rapidly on social media, highlighting her modest smile and newfound role. This moment showed William's intent to elevate his daughter's public presence and challenge traditional ideas of royal power. Instead of keeping Charlotte in the background, he brought her forward. Catherine stood beside him, embodying grace and giving a reassuring touch to George, a reminder that the family was united and moving ahead. As the public cheered and media praised the royal family's modern vision, tensions brewed behind palace doors. Camilla, who saw Charlotte's rise as a threat to her standing, felt her power diminishing. Camilla had worked to change her image from a controversial figure to queen consort for years, facing intense media scrutiny. Now, as Charlotte gained attention, Camilla felt cornered by her past. In response, Camilla called an urgent meeting with palace advisors to restore order and reaffirm royal hierarchy. However, King Charles declined to intervene, saying, "Let it unfold. It has already begun." Camilla soon found herself isolated. Staff loyal to her, and Charles began supporting William and Catherine. Foreign ambassadors reached out to Kensington rather than Clarence House. The media also began to portray William's family as the modern monarchy. Meanwhile, Camilla's frustration grew. The public favored a new royal family: William, Catherine, Charlotte, and George. While the media focused on Charlotte's rise and William's bold statement, many overlooked Catherine's quiet influence. Known for her poise and grace, she had studied royal dynamics closely for years. Now, her well-planned strategy was showing results. Catherine has become more than just a wife and mother. She is now a key figure shaping the monarchy's future. While Camilla works to win public favor, Catherine has earned genuine affection from the people. Her popularity isn't fake. It's built on genuine moments like visits to children's hospitals, shared laughter with worried kids, and nurturing moments with her own children. This authenticity makes her stand out. Catherine is William's strongest supporter, handling the turmoil within the palace with skill after his announcement. When Camilla pushed for influence, Catherine chose to remain silent. When asked about it, she said nothing. Her calmness spoke volumes. Yet behind closed doors, she was active and involved. She and William reviewed public reactions and media coverage every night and planned their next steps. Charles's loyal advisors began to move toward William and Catherine, impressed by their clear vision. It is rumored that Catherine commissioned public polls months earlier to gauge support for Charlotte's growing role. The results showed strong approval for the new direction of the monarchy. This isn't about personal ambition. It's a well-thought-out plan for a lasting legacy. Catherine knows the monarchy cannot survive by holding on to the past. It must change to remain relevant. In Princess Charlotte, she sees the future of the crown: compassion, leadership, intelligence, and her quiet strength. Her influence comes from hard work and proven capability, not inherited privilege. Catherine's ambitions are not about seeking glory or control. They're about creating stability and continuity. For a monarchy, her children will help shape, not just inherit. Once underestimated because of her middle-class background, she has grown beyond a ceremonial role. She has become the true protector of the monarchy's future and is initiating real change within the palace. Following the dust settling from the announcements, the monarchy revealed the future is clearer than ever. Prince William, Princess Catherine, Princess Charlotte, and Prince George stepped forward proudly, showing the world what's to come. Charlotte, calm and graceful, quickly captured the public's attention. Her natural poise and resemblance to Princess Diana and Queen Elizabeth were noticeable. Her new duties mark a significant shift from childhood to being an essential part of the crown's next chapter. While Charlotte took center stage, George stayed quiet but observant, reflecting the calm of a future king. Even at a young age, his demeanor hinted at growing leadership. This isn't just about royal tasks. It's about a family committed to guiding the monarchy with honesty and humility. William and Catherine are quietly leading a new royal era. They represent power and a strong message. The monarchy's future relies on public trust, emotional connection, and visible integrity. Not just titles or ancient bloodlines. While Camilla and Charles retain their titles, their influence has shifted noticeably. A generational change is underway, not just in the UK, but in the hearts of royal followers worldwide. Charlotte and George are beginning to embrace their future roles. One thing is clear: the crown is not just surviving, it is being reborn by those who will carry it forward. What does this mean for the future of the monarchy? Will the new generation take charge, or will the old guard remain in control? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest news on royalty. Stay tuned.